GM, time for another BTC analysis. This is November 26th, Tuesday. We had a massive, not massive, but new people are panicking. We have a dip on Bitcoin. So if we go on lower time frame, this is roughly where Saylor announced he's buying Bitcoin. Roughly here. So above the highs is when Saylor was buying. Right, he announced he was gonna buy 3 billion worth of Bitcoin, and 100k is sell order. So there are sell orders here. I believe I have it marked somewhere. Do I? Okay, never mind. So basically, 100k, a lot of people come pile in shorts. So there are a lot of shorts on here. So a lot of shorts here, but nothing really bearish. What's the percentage of this dip? So on Thursday and Friday we closed weekend, we just chopped, and Monday we opened with a big around 6%. So from the highs we're down roughly 5-6%, so nothing too like crazy. And BTC daily trend, so from here, from October, since October it has been in a positive, actually since September. So September daily trend came back, held the 200. This was a screaming buying opportunity. You have here, you have here. This was extremely like screaming buy. Bitcoin daily green came back, held the 200, impulsed higher, or you could have bought here October, and then we went higher, touched the daily, went higher, came back, reclaimed the daily, election, boom, and then come back, touch the daily. So Bitcoin can go in the short to immediate term, it can go all the way to 90k, 89k, and still be bullish, because these are the daily banders holding the daily bands, right? The worst case is Bitcoin has a deeper flush, so fails to hold the daily and goes back to the 50. So that's like 85k Bitcoin, roughly 80k Bitcoin. Just buy that, buy the dips. Every dip you see, buy it, because higher time frame, when you look at, where is that? When you look at December, starting going into January, like somewhere here, it's extremely, we're above 100k easily. So that could come like this, or that could be like this, and then, or you know, that could just be hold here, chop higher. So whatever, high time frame, we're extremely bullish. So every dip you get, that's an opportunity to buy. And Bitcoin is not bearish at all. Just look at this. Bitcoin is just held the band, 2012 band perfectly, tried to go lower, failed to go lower. So if it closes back inside the bands, right, if today closes inside the band, you expect more chop. But as of right now, there's no need to panic. This can absolutely go to 98k. So Bitcoin right now can go to 98k even if bearish, because normally when you have the band, you're supposed to make new highs. But if you're bearish after 3 push and you lose momentum, Bitcoin can still go around here and then go lower. You understand what I'm trying to say? These are the band plays. And next is WIF and PEPE. I was looking at PEPE, so look at PEPE. I closed roughly around here. PEPE, let me see. So PEPE, clear everything. So PEPE I closed around, I believe here. Yeah, I believe on the 23rd I closed it, because reclaimed, tried to make higher, and then just look, just by following my plan here to sell, I saved a fucking 15% dip, and with leverage that would have wrecked me. So always follow your plan. So I sold there, and I can buy here back if I'm extremely bullish Pepe. You know, do you know like how smart you have to be to sell here? Like, look at this. I sold here. Why did I sell there? Because bands turn red, held the daily. This was the daily. So this around here, this was the daily bands holding. If you go on the daily, I think you can see, yeah, you see these are the daily bands holding. And I bought on the reclaim somewhere around here. It reclaimed the 50, reclaimed, impulsive reclaim, and then went higher, came back, held, went higher, slightly higher, losing momentum, you know, sellers coming in. So this was a bearish retest. Mainly had, sure, but my invalidation was a close below 4 hour and a retest. This was extremely bearish retest, and I closed there. If this would have closed back here, I would have still been long. If this had closed here below the 50, I would have closed. So those were my invalidation. I closed them over there, and you see it did reclaim and held, but that wasn't enough for me to justify it holding, and went lower 50. I would have closed there again, and boom, retest, went all the way higher, but then failure 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way to 200 EMA. I mean 500 EMA, sorry, and now we're currently rejecting the 100. So if this closes here, if Pepe close here, that would be a sign to short actually. Pepe, that would be a sign to short. Let's look on lower time frame. What's that like? Yeah, so that's actually, this is in a downtrend, started a downtrend perfectly, and if it retests the 50, that would be a call to short. But yeah, lower time frame rejected the band. But currently I'm not looking for a really high time frame trades or anything like that. And WIF, why did I close WIF? I just closed WIF because I was long here. I was long WIF somewhere here, 3.80. Then I closed it somewhere here in the band, whatever. But WIF, if it closes today here, if WIF closes today here, that's extremely, not extremely, but that's low time frame bearish. There's no way WIF is going all the way higher. You know, it's consolidated. I accumulated WIF here, so the next point I would be looking to buy WIF is 2.80. So these 50 EMA, I would probably buy like $1,000 worth of WIF at the 50 EMA. It's just because 50 EMA is a good place to buy. Trend comes, holds 50 EMA, and holds, even if it goes $2, whatever. Because WIF has not broken out yet. So WIF is quite, you know, quite weaker than Pepe. But if you look at Pepe, Pepe has broken out, consolidated. So Pepe previous all-time high. Pepe should hold this. Anyways, total three is top of the daily, came all the way up, so also had a rally, which was good. So total 3 cannot run until Bitcoin dominance goes lower, like a weekly close below the bands. So look at this. This dominance is absolutely fucking ripping. So unless we have like a weekly close, so a weekly close here below the bands, 1221 bands of Bitcoin dominance, we cannot have altcoin rally. You look at the weekly chart of the Bitcoin dominance, boom, 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 all the way. You look at the total 3 weekly, also good, extremely nice rally, excluding Bitcoin, pump off. So every time altcoins top ends with a major blow off top, not a major blow off top, but like a blow off top. You see 2020 altcoins, boom boom, November, this is where we are right now, or roughly around here. Remember, we pumped up all the way. If we go back, actually, this is where we are. Came back whole November, came back consolidated for a few weeks, and then massive rally going into January and February. February is extremely bullish. Going January and February, very bullish. And then April and May we ended, dropped down, consolidated, probably while Bitcoin went, and then another rally, and then lower. Same thing, rally. And PEPE following WIF, that's another thing I wanted to look at. PEPE following WIF. If you look here, PEPE. So if you look here on the daily, for both of these, PEPE and WIF, you can see WIF started its uptrend on the 4th of November. PEPE started on the 5th of November. WIF topped out on the 12th of November. PEPE topped out on the 15th of November. So PEPE is actually lagging WIF. So WIF topped out 13th of November. PEPE had another move on the 15th of November. WIF first touched the band on the 19th of November. PEPE touched the bands on 2 days later. And then WIF lost the band on the 26th of November. So if today we close lower, 26, so that's what? That's 13 November to 14, 15 November. So I would expect PEPE 2 days. So there's 2 days delay. So 1, 2, 3. So on 28, close below the bands. If it's following WIF, it should close below the bands 2 days later. Anyways, that's just a slight note. I think we're following. And also when we go back to Bitcoin, when we go back to Bitcoin, 100k is the option expiry, which is on Friday. So Friday, about 29 November. Options expiry. It's 90, 95, and 100k, which I believe would be roughly around 95k. So whatever. The Wolf's weekly red, Bitcoin dominance, total 3 tops with a 100k short squeeze. So I wanted to look at psychology. Another thing is psychology. Dips are for buying. We already talked about that. We already talked about how January and March is gonna be bullish. Like end of Q1, Q4, and start of Q4 is gonna be bullish. So any dips you get, just buy spot. Just buy spot. Don't get leveraged out, because look at me. I got fucked. But good thing I closed my trade. I would have been fucked. I closed my trade here at 3.19. That's slightly better than getting liquidated. So the 400 I saved, I'm going to make my money back. People who are leveraged, especially people, let's say they have a first dip and they buy here with like leverage, you're gonna get fucked. Look, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 fucking weeks of chop. You're gonna get fucking wrecked. Don't do leverage. Okay, leverage is the only time you should do leverage is when you have a setup. When you have a setup like this here, when you have a setup like this, reclaim, blah blah blah, and then you have clear invalidation, clear fucking invalidation, and then you exit. So you don't, this $7, if not I would have gotten all my stop fucking gone. So that's another rant. Don't get leveraged in. Higher time frame, we're extremely bullish. Lower time frame, chop or downside. Bitcoin first. Alts still have time, still can go lower. So if Bitcoin goes all the way high, and alts can probably go lower. And dips are for buying. Leverage gets set. Look at the high time frame approach. So I want to buy a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of $1 million Bitcoin going to all the way to $1 million, $2 million, whatever. I don't give a shit, but Bitcoin's the future. I want to buy more Bitcoin. In order to buy more Bitcoin, I need more money. In order to have more money, I need to work and put money into alts and buy more Bitcoin. So I'm going to keep DCing into WIF and PEPE, DCA into WIF and PEPE, WIF and PEPE. When they go 2-3x, I have 1,000. I'm gonna make 10,000. I'll get 30,000, whatever. I'm going to buy more Bitcoin, all of that. I'm going to put it into cash and wait for a Bitcoin crash. Buy Bitcoin, DCA, 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 DCA all the way. And sentiment and psychology. I want to talk about 100K. So if Bitcoin, let's look at the daily. Actually, fucking bullshit. Let's look at the daily. If Bitcoin goes to here, if Bitcoin goes to 100K, people are going to get long. Right, people are like, this time it's gonna break, and then Bitcoin pulls back, people get liquidated, touch the support, people buy, smart people buy, lower people get fucking scared. Bitcoin comes to the highs, they say, oh my god, Bitcoin's gonna break out this time. Bitcoin pulls back, right? Bitcoin pulls back, and people are like, fuck, it's going all the way here, and people sell, panic sell, and Bitcoin goes to the high, people are like, fuck, I wanna buy. And then Bitcoin goes lower, like stuff like that. And there's gonna be a time where people at the highs, they are like, okay, Bitcoin is not going to break 100K, so they're gonna pile into shorts. Actually, better would be like this: Bitcoin goes to 100K, people are like, it's gonna break out, blah blah blah, let's get long. Comes to the lows, people are scared for their fucking lives. People are absolutely shitting their pants. Bitcoin goes to the highs, they're like, let's buy long. Bitcoin's gonna break out. Bitcoin's gonna have a slight pullback. They're gonna be like, fuck, it's going all the way back. Short, sell, short. And then everybody's gonna short, and Bitcoin's gonna have a short squeeze at roughly around 100K. That's could happen, one of the paths. And that's a high time frame analysis. Everything's good. High time frame is good. Lower time frame consolidation and bullish, consolidation or lower. And this could potentially be a short opportunity for PEPE. You look at the 4 hour. In 2 hours, the 4 hours closing. If this closes below this, I'm going to short PEPE with probably my stop loss around here, and target roughly here with a $1 trade just to get some experience in. And with the 1 hour, that aligns with, don't know, but it's also rejecting. So in 2 hours, I'm going to set up PEPE long trade. In 2 hours, that would be 11, 12, 1, so 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Let me set a timer. PEPE 1 p.m. week 1 p.m. PEPE. So I have 1 p.m. every weekend. I'll fuck off every day. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, every week. So I've saved it, and I'm going to buy more dips, more PEPE, more WIF, GM,